Unfortunate Xbox One X series update. I've spent a lot of time in the past week testing with the new 4K capture card, and it's been anything but smooth. Tons of screen tearing, glitches, artifacting, and general poor performance. I've been talking back and forth with Elgato quite a bit, and while they're being very nice, I still don't have a 4K recording setup I can actually use, so until that's sorted out, I have plenty of other videos to make. Hopefully it won't be too long, and I do apologize that I haven't been able to start the series yet. Today we'll be taking a look at Assassin's Creed Origins on the Potato Masher Pro. In case you don't know, the Potato Masher Pro is a side series to the main Potato Masher, where I take a GTX 1060 and toss it in the Potato Masher to compare it against the PS4 Pro. The goal isn't to pick on the PS4 Pro, but to show you what type of high-resolution gaming experience you can have with a budget PC. Links are in the description if you want more information, and let's get to it. So, some of you are probably wondering how bad I'm going to trash the game in this video, considering I ended the regular Masher video by saying you should avoid playing the game on a budget rig, period. That's true, and as of the time I'm making this video, the game hasn't been patched enough for me to recommend anything differently. However, I'm a bit of a hypocrite in that I am playing the game on my personal rig, and I'm about 12 hours in. It's fun, if still a bit glitchy, but my personal rig has enough juice to power through most of the problems. It's not perfect, but it is playable. The Masher Pro falls into this camp too. Just like with the regular Masher, CPU usage spikes unpredictably and causes stutters in the frame rate. However, this time around the Masher Pro's GTX 1060 has enough power in reserve to prevent the drops from being as frequent or as noticeable. Usually it's just 1 FPS, which isn't bad. 60 FPS is of course off the table with CPU usage this heavy, but the Masher Pro is capable of 1440p at 30 FPS and at very high settings. That's similar to the average dynamic resolution the PS4 Pro version of the game runs at, although I'm not using any resolution scaling here. The Masher Pro has no trouble running the game at these settings beside the drops we've already talked about. I'm skipping 1080p period, so if you've had a 1080p screen, you could just take advantage of super sampling and get a cleaner image. Visually, the Masher Pro has slightly better tessellation, texture filtering, shadows, and that old standby, ambient occlusion, but I do mean slightly better. At first glance, the PS4 Pro looks slightly flatter and less detailed, but not in any glaring way. It's very respectable, although it does seem like everyone has just resigned the PS4 Pro to being a 1440p gaming console, with very little pretense about it still being capable of playing much of anything at 4K. Still, it looks good. Both the PS4 Pro and Masher Pro suffer from frame rate drops and cutscenes, so plus another one for optimization issues. If I had to guess why, although I don't really know, it would be the heavy-handed bokeh depth of field effects. Mass Effect Andromeda had a similar treatment in cutscenes and similar frame rate drops. So all of this is at 1440p. How about 4K? At 4K and high settings, the Masher Pro is capable of a relatively smooth 30 FPS. Of course, the same optimization issues are present, and now there's a lot less GPU overhead to absorb them. So I did see a couple drops to 26 or 27 FPS. However, the vast majority of the time the game stays at 30 and the visuals are gorgeous. I'm so excited to be able to record these sections in native 4K soon, but until then, enjoy the clean image. Notice how there's little to no aliasing shimmer or blocky objects in the distance. Even on a 1080p screen, the main benefit of 4K resolution is a crisp, clean image. Origins has had an insane amount of work put into art assets, and they're on full display here. This is also the best way to appreciate the massive open world map. Unlike a lot of open world games, Origins has very dense cities that do a good job contrasting with open swaths of desert. No area feels like a placeholder or like it was shoehorned in to fill the map, at least not yet. At native 4K, the draw distances and distant towns look very convincing, like you can really just travel to them if you have the time, and in this game you can. 4K at high settings is honestly better than I was expecting from the Masher Pro with this game, and that's very interesting given how hard the regular Masher struggles, but it's not like this game is trouble-free or even close to it, so which platform wins? The Anvil engine that the Assassin's Creed games have been using since Unity is capable of looking extraordinary, but there have been optimization issues on every platform every year. This is the smoothest console launch in a while, and the PC version is better than Unity was at launch, but in my opinion this is neither the best looking or best running Assassin's Creed game on the PS4. That would fall to Unity and Black Flag respectively. Origins is likely a better game than either, so here's to hoping these technical issues get worked out so more people can enjoy the game. The Masher Pro is technically better looking and it can play the game at native 4K, which should normally award it the win over the PS4 Pro. But unless you have a PC close to the same specs as the Master Pro or better, I'd probably get the game on a console if you really want to play it right now. Otherwise, you should probably wait. Go watch the Potato Masher take on Assassin's Creed Origins if you haven't seen that video yet. If you enjoyed this video, consider supporting this channel and the Potato Masher project by tossing me a few bucks on Patreon or hitting the like button. Thank you for your support, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.